Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to talk about something that trips up a lot of SQL beginners, and that's window functions. Let's start simple. Imagine you have a table of employees, their names, their departments and their salaries. Now your manager asks you, can you give me a ranking of who earns the most within each department? Your first instinct might be to use group by. But here's the problem. When you use group by, SQL collapses all your rows into a single summary row per group. You lose the individual employee tables. You lose the individual employee details. That's not what we want. This is exactly where window functions come in. A window function lets you perform a calculation across a related set of rows, but it does not collapse those rows. Every single row stays visible in your output. Think of it like looking through a window. You can see everything, nothing disappears. Now let's break down the example query on screen. We have a select statement picking employee name, department and salary. Then comes the interesting part. Row number, parenthesis over partition by department, order by salary DESC as rank. Let's decode this piece by piece. Row number is the window function. It assigns a number 1, 2, 3 to each row. Over is the keyword that tells SQL, hey, apply this function across a window of rows. Partition by department means reset the numbering for each department. So engineering gets its own 1, 2, 3 and HR gets its own 1, 2, 3 separately. And order by salary DESC means within each department rank from highest salary to lowest. So employee 1 in each department will be the highest earner. Simple, clean and powerful without losing any row. Now we jump towards the question number 2. The difference between drop and truncate. So both commands, drop and truncate, both commands remove data from your database, but they work very differently, and using the wrong one can be a disaster. Let's start with drop. When you drop a table, you are completely removing it from the database. Not just the data, the entire table structure, all the columns, all the indexes, all the constraints, everything is gone. It's like demolishing a building. The land is empty, and here's the scary part. In most databases, drop cannot be rolled back. Once you run it, there's no undo button. This also makes it relatively slow because the database has to clean up the structure, the data, the indexes, all of it. Now, truncate is different. When you truncate a table, you are only removing all the rows of data, but the table itself stays. The columns, the structure, the schema, all preserved. Think of it like emptying a building. The walls are still standing. It's just empty inside. Truncate is also much faster than drop because it doesn't log each individual row deletion. It just deallocates the data pages. And in some database systems like PostgreSQL, truncate can actually be rolled back if you are inside a transaction. So to summarize with a simple rule, use drop when you want to permanently delete a table and never use it again. Use truncate when you want to quickly clear all the data but keep the table structure for future use. That's it for today. These two concepts, window functions and drop versus truncate, come up all the time in real SQL work and interviews. Make sure you understand not just what they do, but when and why to use them. Thank you.